Jack put the spectre and his notebook and pencil into his backpack. The ghost queen seems so kind and gentle. He wasn't afraid of her at all anymore. Jack and Annie followed her deeper into the pyramid. Finally, they came to some stairs. The stairs, said Jack and Annie together. The ghost queen floated up the stairs. Jack and Annie followed. The ghost queen floated right through the windows. Jack and Annie pushed on the door. It opened slowly. Then they stepped to the cold, trifling room. The ghost queen was nowhere in sight. Dim torchlights lit the huge room. It had a very high ceiling on one side of the hall of tables, chairs, and maples, vehicles, and instruments. On the other side of the room was a small wooden boat. The boat, said Jack. What is she doing inside the pyramid? Said maybe it's supposed to carry her to the next life, said Jack. Jack and Annie went over to the boat. They looked inside it. The boat was filled with many things: gold, Jack, basket, jewelry with blue stones, and small little statues. Look, said Jack. He reached into the boat and lifted up the clay jug. The jug, said Annie. Jack looked inside the jug. Something is here, he said. What's it? Said Annie. Jack felt the jug. It feels like a big napkin. The folded cloth, said Annie. Jack reached into the jug and pulled out the folded cloth. It was wrapped around an ancient Viking scroll. Jack slowly unrolled the scroll. It was covered with wonderful hieroglyphs. The Book of the Dead, whispered Annie. We found it, old man, said Jack. Traced his finger up the scroll. It felt like old paper. Clean your teeth, called Jack. We have it. We found your Book of the Dead. Silence. Clean your teeth. The door on the another side of the chamber creaked open. Really, she's in there. Jack's heart was pounding. Cold air was coming through the open doorway. Come on, said Annie. Wait. Oh no, said Annie. He waited thousands of years for her book. Don't make her wait anymore. Jack put the ancient scroll into his backpack. Annie started to cross the traffic room. They came to an open door. Annie went through first. Hurry, Jack, he said. Jack stepped into another room. It was nearly bare except for a long gold box. The box was open. It was covered on the floor. Here's something, called Annie. Silence. We found it, said Annie. Your book of the dead. There was no sign of the ghost queen. Then the fox growled. Jack could barely breathe. Let's leave the scroll on the floor and go, he said. No, I think we should leave it there, said Annie. He pointed to the gold box. No, said Jack. Don't be afraid, said Annie. Come on. Annie took Jack by the arm. They walked through together across the room of the glowing gold box. They stopped in front of the box and peered inside. A real mummy, Jack thought. Bandages were still wrapped around the mummy's skull, but most of the bandages had blown away from the base. It was pretty clean up there now. This mummy wasn't beautiful. They had broken teeth, little wrinkled ears, and a squashed nose. His flesh hat was curved. His eyes were sour sockets. The running bandages of the mummy's body were coming off. Jack could see bones. Oh no! Oh, gross, said Annie. Let's go. No, said Jack. It's interesting. Forget it, said Annie. He started out the room. Wait, Annie. Come on, Jack, hurry, cried Annie. He was standing by the door. Jack put out the Ouija book and built to a picture of the mummy. He read aloud. Egyptians tried to protect the body so it would last forever. First, it was dried with all sorts. Stop, said Annie. Listen, said Jack. He kept reading. Next, it was covered with oil. Then it was wrapped tightly in bandages. The brain was made by... Yuck, stop, cried Annie. Goodbye. He dashed out the room. Annie, called Jack. We had to give her the book of the dead. But Annie was gone. Jack reached into his backpack. He pulled out the scroll and the step picture. He put them next to the mummy's skull. Was it just his imagination, or did a deep sigh seem to shudder through the room? Did the mummy's face glow power? And Jack held breath as he backed out the mummy room. He hurried through a boat room and headed down the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, Jack breathed his own sigh of relief. He looked out the hallway. It was empty. Hey, Annie, where are you? He said. No answer. Where in the world was Annie? Jack started down the hallway. Annie, he called. Had she run out of the pyramid? Was he already outside? Annie, help, Jack, said I cried. The boys running far away. Were they? Where was she? Annie, help, Jack. Annie. Jack started to run along the shadowy hallway. "Oh, Jack!" The crazy man was fainted. Jack stopped. He was running away from her voice. "Annie," he called. He went back toward the chambers. "Jack!" Her voice was louder. "Jack!" Jack climbed the stairs. He went back to the boat room. He looked around the furniture, the musical instruments, and the boat. Then he saw it. Then there was another door. It was right to get through the door he had just come through. The door was open. Jack dashed through it. He found himself at the top of some stairs. They were just like the stairs outside another door. He went down the stairs and came into the hallway. It was lit by torches on the wall. It was just like the other hallway. "Annie!" called. "Jack! Annie!" Jack was running through the hallway toward him. He crashed into me. "I was lost," he cried. "I think this is one of those poet mass passages to both for the time lovers," said Jack. "A poet passage and any painting." "Yeah, painting. Yeah, they look like the other hallways." "Just like the other hallways," said Jack. We had to go back into the boat room and out the right door. Just then Annie heard a quick noise. Jack and Annie turned around. They looked up the stairs. They watched in the horror as the door slowly creaked shut. A deep sound roared in the distance and all the torches went out.